Hi Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. I'm sorry that I'm a bit late with your month ahead reading. I did upload one, but I kept saying something like Libra on it, so I took it down. Yeah, we're going to do a fresh one for you. Aquarius, yeah, it is Aquarius I need to record for, isn't it? Because you don't have one up. So, we're going to see what's coming in for Aquarius in the month of July 2017. Okay, so Universe Spirit, show me what's coming up for Aquarius. Show me Aquarius, what's coming up for Aquarius in the month of July 2017. Show me what's coming up. Well, that just came out, Three of Cups, so that's a good start. I always put it back in though, because I know that the universe is just reordering the cards for me. Universe Spirit, what's coming in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of July 2017. Show me. Alright, so we're going to split the deck into three like so. Collect it back up like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to strength. So the focus of the month will be on strength, and strength can mean many things. It can mean that you're overcoming an obstacle. Pardon the writing, this was a deck of cards that I used for learning the tarot, so it's my timing deck. So when I get timing questions, I'll usually pull out a card that has the timing to give someone an answer. So pardon the scribble over there. I really like this deck anyway. Yeah, some of you guys, the focus might be on a Leo person, for example. Strength can represent a Leo energy, but the strength card often means inner strength, learning when to speak, not to speak, learning when not to do something, when to withdraw a little bit, when to be a bit savvy, a bit clever about a situation. Strength also means a strong bond between two people. So your focus of the month might be that. What's the challenge for the month? Well, it's because of the Ten of Wands, you're going to need strength. Okay, so it's weird because the tarot is so multifaceted. It really is. Ten of Wands can mean that you're overcoming a very, stressful period within your life, which is why, you've got the focus being strength. Maybe you guys overcome some form of an obstacle. We'll see what the root issue is for this card, though. This can also mean your challenge is having to deal with many, many things, and I think that might be the case here. Because the Ten of Wands is a card about dealing with many battles, many responsibilities. There's just a lot of stuff that this person's got to do. And that's why, Aquarius, it might be that you're going to need to have strength in the month of July 2017. You're going to have your resolve around you. You're going to need to be strong and be resourceful and just keep it all together with the strength card. The root issue, why do you need to have strength, though, as well? Well, it's good. It's funny. You've got the Sun card, which is why the focus is strength. So this is good. This is good. This isn't a challenge. This isn't a problem at all because you've got the Sun. Not unless we get it with something like a nasty sword card, like this Two of Swords, for example, which can show somebody who's got a very big ego, for example, or somebody who's self-centered, and they need to have strength around that individual. So strength, it's because of the root issue is the Sun. Now, for some of you guys, it looks good. But for some of you guys, remember with the Sun card, this can also mean having the greatest clarity possible. So being very, very aware of a situation. Remember with tarot, cards are not all they seem. You can't apply one meaning to the card. It's ridiculous to do it like that. The Sun can mean that you've got the greatest clarity. And it might be as a result of that clarity, you guys, the focus is on, holding it together. Possibly the challenge is that you guys have been overburdened with something with a particular person. If you notice, it's all fire energy around here. Aquarius. Could be a Leo person, for example. You might have a bond with that individual. It might be that the help is having too much of a good time. Ten of Wands can also mean too much of a good thing going on. Let's have a look at the results of that Sun card. Well, oh my God, another fire energy. King of Wands, again a Leo. You've got Leo here, Leo here, Leo here. Alright. Ten of Wands is usually indicative of Sagittarius, but it doesn't matter. You've got three Leo cards here. That's incredible to show up on this reading for you, Aquarius, okay? There is this person showing here. Remember, this is distant past, recent past. Root issue, recent past. So around you guys recently, they're showing a Leo person more than likely, even though he can be read as an Aries. This could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But there's a fire sign individual. A lot of fire going on for you guys here. Let's have a look at the best case scenario. Well, the Eight of Swords. He's here. Well, this is confusion, limitation. So for some of you guys, it might be the root issue is the Sun. But your crowning thoughts are the Eight of Swords. Some of you guys might, and this is you, Aquarius, because you are swords. Some of you guys, you might see some limitations within a situation here. It might be that your mental, your ideas are restricting you. Because it looks like something good is going on here, but for some reason you guys, the focus might be on holding it back a little bit with the Strength card. Alright, it looks like this good thing is around an individual, and the focus might be on holding back a little bit with the Strength card. It could be because the best case scenario is the Age of Swords. You see limitations, Aquarius. You feel that your hands are tied within a situation. Let's have a look at what's coming up. Well, yeah, I think something's good going on for you guys, but I think you don't trust it. I'm getting the impression, Aquarius, that you don't trust the situation here for some reason, because you've got something good with the Sun. I don't think this is clarity. I think this is something really good maybe going on. We'll double up these cards in a moment. But I think something good might be going on around an individual here, this King of Wands. Alright? But I think that your challenge is the Ten of Wands. You seem to be struggling with many pressures here, which is why you seem to be withdrawing here. However, it has this King of Wands. Is the challenge that this King of Wands is not around much, because the Ten of Wands can show somebody who's hiding or concealing themselves. Seems like the root issue is you guys are happy with something here with the Sun. It's around a person, but the challenge is the Ten of Wands. It is the same side as the King of Wands, so I'm wondering if this person hides, or this person you don't see much of. Is that why you're holding out a little bit here on the situation? Because the crowning thoughts are you're not sure. Hangman shows up for you guys, Aquarius, in the immediate future, and the Hangman really says, you know what, I'm going to take a rain check for a moment on this. Alright, I'm going to put this a little bit on hold here. There's something being put on hold with the Hangman. There's time to pause and reflect around the situation with this Hangman energy. You guys in July, well, you're the Chariot. I think that you're caught between two opposing thoughts. You're being pulled in two directions. You want to move in a certain direction, but again, the Chariot is one of those cards that says, you know, there are certain things that are pulling me back, or pulling me in one direction or the other, and I'm not sure which way to go. Coming in for you guys will be the Moon. Well, there we've got a lot of uncertainty showing up. Moon can mean deep feelings, or it can mean uncertainty. I think that this is uncertainty. This is a little bit of anxiety as well, I would say, coming in for you guys with this Moon energy. What are your hopes? Well, your hopes of the Knight of Swords, it might be to receive a message. Especially if somebody, I mean, there's something good here. It's around a person, but your challenge is the Ten of Wands. Are you feeling pressured, or is somebody concealing themselves a little bit? Are you finding it difficult to work out what's... Because this could be him or her. Ten of Wands shows when somebody's hiding, or they're not saying something, or they're finding it difficult. You get the Ten of Wands with the High Priestess, it means somebody finds it difficult to say something to you. Alright, somebody's finding something difficult. Might be this individual. Maybe that's why you're finding strength, or you're trying to have strength in a situation in July. Because your crowning thoughts are Ace of Swords. You feel bound by a situation here, but you also see limitations within it. There is a need to pause and reflect with the Hanged Man coming in for you guys. You guys are this Chariot here, though. Opposing thoughts. Being pulled in two directions, which is why you hold back a little bit here with the Strength card. It's all about having inner confidence, but it's also about knowing when to withdraw. You might be feeling happy around a situation. It might be around an individual in the recent past, but you struggle with something with the Ten of Wands. It might be that this person's also concealing themselves, which is why you might be slightly confused with the Age of Swords. Your hands might also, Aquarius, be tied. So it might feel that you feel kind of like a little bit limited in terms of what you can do about the situation. There is the need to pause and reflect, because something might not be happening here. It might be that this person is the Hanged Man. Maybe this person hasn't come forward and you're confused with the Moon card. Maybe some of you guys are hoping for a message with the Knight of Swords. What's the outcome for the month? The Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is about working towards or preparing something. But it's as a case of this. I think that you guys might just pull yourself into work, or you might just pull yourself into something else to forget whatsoever's going on. I think somebody might not be contacting some of you guys, or there's something not right with a relationship going on here, I feel, or a situation. We're going to get some clarifiers out and see why we've got the Chariot, you guys as a Chariot. Why is Aquarius the Chariot? Why is Aquarius the Chariot in the month of July 2017? Well, yeah, because of a relationship, the Six of Cups. Some of you guys, you might be being pulled in two directions. You might have opposing thoughts. One positive, one negative. What direction do I go in? It could be because there's a relationship around you. Something or someone that you're sweet on with the Six of Cups. Some of you guys, it might be that you've been seduced. Six of Cups can also show a seduction. So it might be that you're a little bit confused with this Chariot energy. Maybe somebody was quite seductive to you. Maybe somebody enticed you or tempted you, because Six of Cups can be the card of temptation. Might also be something to do with the past. These two cards can also represent the energies of children. The root issue is the sun. Let's have a look what the root issue is the sun. Well, I think that you feel very positive. The root issue is you felt very positive, very in charge, very confident about a situation here. Get a lot of fire energy for you guys, a hell of a lot of fire energy. A lot of passion in this reading. For the root issue is, you know, feeling very confident. Both cards can represent Leo energies as well, Sun and Queen of Wands. A lot of passion, a lot of fire here. But also I feel that you felt really good around this situation. Maybe somebody made you feel sexy or made you feel good about yourself with this Queen of Wands energy. Recently, for some of you guys, you've had the King of Wands. Let's have a look at what's coming in around this King of Wands, why this King of Wands is showing up here. King of Swords. So, you know, for some of you guys, it might be two people here. And maybe that's why you're struggling and holding back because you're confused. So, it could be for some of you guys, but Aquarius is actually you. Because King of Swords, sorry, is actually Aquarius. So, this is actually your card. This is you sitting on the card. Alright? And this is showing up because of you. For some reason, alright? I'm just trying to work out how I would say that, because it's because of you. I want to get another card here, because that's you on the card, and Aquarian is King of Swords. Can be that there's two people around you. Maybe one is an air sign, maybe one is a fire sign. It might be in the recent past there's been a person here, King of Swords. Maybe they've said something to you. King of Wands. If you get two kings, first king will show the person, second king shows an aspect of their personality or what they're about. This person is very forthright because a King of Swords is very self-aware. King of Wands is very self-aware. King of Wands is also the type of character that's very bold. Very, you know, he's very, very fearless. And he might be very fearless because he speaks his mind with the King of Swords. So this might be somebody around you. Might not be you here. The Aquarian does show as a King of Swords. It can be that there's been a person around you who's very bold and speaks his mind. Okay? But also it could be showing just you and this energy together. But I'm seeing that the tarot combination show, and King of Swords anyway will always peer out, so it doesn't matter. We can't say that this person's turned their back on you, you know, because of the tarot. But the thing is, we could possibly, because the person is not looking at you, he's looking away from you. Alright, so I think that there's a person around you who's possibly, you know, spoken their mind. Alright, they've been very clear with their communication in the recent past. But it could also be there's a person around you here, whilst you see a future, because the King of Swords is you, Aquarius. And as you can see with the King of Swords, he looks straight on, and what that seems to be is that the King of Swords sees futures, and he looks ahead. This person is looking away, so they're not seeing what you're seeing. So maybe there's a difference with the way that you both perceive a situation here. What's the challenge about? We've got the Ten of Wands in your challenge position. Let's have a look at what that's about. Okay, so the Ten of Wands is your challenge, and that's because of the Queen of Cups. So there's something about emotional introspection and intuition here. Some of you guys might be feeling very challenged or very burdened to see a situation clearly in terms of emotionally, which is what the Queen of Cups does. So she sees situations in terms of, you know, how she emotionally feels around a situation here. So it might be for some of you guys that there is a challenge in terms of how you intuit. What's your intuition on this situation? Because I think that there's something really positive here going on. And because of the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands often signifies great, great passion. And both cards are Leo, so they're both, you know, very strong fire energies going on. It just seems like real passion here. You know, it could be with a person who's very confident, very outspoken, very clear communicator. But for some reason, the challenge is that you can't quite call it on this person. Because you seem to be very kind of burdened by your own intuition here. If you look here at the two cards, I told you that if this came first and you got a High Priestess, this person's struggling to say something or they're struggling to reveal something. This person again here, they can't see the Queen of Cups, so they're struggling towards this. They're struggling to find their emotional intellect on a situation. So I think you can't call a situation here with this person. Whether this person, put it this way, Aquarius, I feel that there's a person around you. Now, if this isn't you, this is somebody who's communicating clearly with you. He might be communicating, you know, that he sees something, or that he's looking at something, or he's looking at a future, or there's, you know, some form of clear communication that this person shows up and they're a clear communicator with the King of Swords. However, it could also be that there's a person around you, but here you are. You're looking in one direction. That person might actually be looking in another. Now, the King of Wands always looks to the right. So this person does see a future. When you look to the right, you're looking to the future. If you look to the left, you're looking to the past. This person's looking outside of you, though, but you're looking head on, which again is sort of, you know, you're looking at something right. Usually the King of Swords, he looks at what's right in front of his face. So for some of you guys, it might not be, if this isn't a case of this person being a clear communicator, it might be that this person's looking at a future. Could be for some of you guys without you, is looking in another direction, and it might be you that you're looking at the present facts, which is why it might be that for some of you Aquarians, you're struggling to intuit the situation, to gain some form of emotional reason around this situation, which is why the focus for the month will be strength for Aquarius. Let's have a look at why the strength card comes up for you guys. Well, there you go, because of the Five of Swords. And I think that there is an imbalance in power going on here with this Five of Swords energy showing up in this reading, okay? Because I think that what's happening so far for some of you guys in July, Aquarius, is that you are showing us the Chariot, alright? This could also be the external factors. So if you're not the Chariot here, then this is somebody who's come in, alright? Now remember with the tarot, if you're dealing with one or two people, they'll show us many things. We won't read this. I mean, it could be a Cancerian that's come in who's sweet talking you here, because you've got the Six of Cups. Chariot men can often be Cancerians, but don't have to be. It could also be a person that's come in, very charming, male or female, very athletic, very gorgeous, all the rest of it, and they're sweet talking you, because Six of Cups can be a sweet talking card where you're seducing an individual. The root issue is that everything looks good. It makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel in charge. It makes you feel confident with both those things. In the recent past, this person has communicated. You know, this person's very forthright, maybe with the King of Wands energy. They've communicated stuff to you very, very clearly with this King of Swords energy, exactly what they want. But the challenge is you're struggling to find your intuition on this situation, okay? Because that's what's influencing through the month of July. You guys holding back a little bit until possibly you find out what this person's. And again, this is the card of Aquarius. Funnily enough, the Five of Swords. You're holding back a little bit here. Who knows which one you are here, but you're holding back a little bit because I think that, I don't know whether there's a lack of trust with this individual. You've got this Five of Swords, and Five of Swords can show jealousy, disempowerment, it can show feeling a lack of power, it can show an advantage taker. So you might be holding back because there's a little bit of a lack of trust maybe here with this Five of Swords, okay? Maybe some of you guys don't want to get hurt. If you look at the direction from the cards, you're looking at this woman here. She's holding on to strength, and what this is really telling us is the strength card, the lion that represents strength, is our inner feistiness, or it's the inner power or rage, or the inner desire wanting to get out. But strength says hold back on that desire. Well, why are you holding back on the desire? Because of the Five of Swords, which is your card as well again, okay? And the Five of Swords is all about disempowerment, but it's also about conflicts, and it's also about an advantage taker and somebody wielding more power than yourself. So it's almost like you're holding back a little bit because you want to still retain your power as an individual, I feel. Could also be that you're holding back because maybe there's something of a third-party situation or something going on here, which is why within the first 2 weeks of July will be the Eight of Swords. You'll experience the Eight of Swords. Let's have a look at why you experience the Eight of Swords. It's the best case scenario. Because of the Ace of Swords. So you hold back here. You're holding back again with the Age of Swords. There's a sense of feeling a little bit of limitation, there's mental limitations going on with you. There's a bit of fear going on for some of you Aquariuses until you gain some clarity, because we can see that you don't have clarity here. You're struggling to find your intuition on this situation. I think you like someone very much, Aquarius, but I think you're struggling to find out exactly who this person is and what their intentions are, which is why your mental capacity is saying, you know what, actually I'm like a little bit nervous around this with the Ace of Swords until I find the truth, until I gain that mental clarity with the Ace of Swords. Coming in for you will be the Hanged Man. Let's have a look at why the Hanged Man is showing up for you guys. Because of the Two of Wands. And I think that you're still sitting on the fence a little bit here before taking a leap of faith with the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands can mean a decision that you make. Do I go left? Do I go right? It can also mean to take a new direction. So you seem to be pausing a little bit before you jump into this thing with whoever this person is, before you take this direction with the Two of Wands. What you'll experience coming in is the Moon. Let's have a look at why we've got the Moon card showing up here as the experience that you'll have. Because of the Star. That's interesting. I think that you're going to experience, I don't see this as this is your card as well. You're showing up all over this reading. Aquarius is the star. Here, that's your card as well. That's your, and we've got two energies here, moon and star, which is funny because moon gives darkness and lack of clarity, and the star gives clarity. I think that this moon card says you hold back. Just again, it's the card of anxiety before, you know, you have that absolute clarity within yourself with this star energy showing up here. I feel your hopes will be the Knight of Swords. It could be your fears as well, though. Let's have a look what the fears are or the hopes are. Well, we've got this Knight of Swords as your hopes or fears. Well, I think that you're hoping for some quick changes to come in around this situation. You've got Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This can also be a message out of the blue as well, because you've got message, Knight of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune can be unexpected or out of the blue. Alright. I mean, this could be someone, it's hard in a way because we don't know. This is the key point here that we've got to look at to join everything together. Alright. This is the key point because we don't know whether this is somebody who's communicated to you clearly or whether somebody that's not communicating with you at all. Because if this person's not communicating you, then that means that this is you. Because you're looking at the present facts, which is what King of Swords does. Remember, he's a lawyer within the tarot, but he's also an Aquarius. Alright, this King of Wands is looking away. He's not looking into the King of Swords. So there's not a communicative thing going on here, a tarot interaction going on between you. The interaction shows one king turns his back to the other. The other one is looking at the facts. One king is looking at it in a different direction. So for some of you guys, we can read it in two ways. Somebody is not paying attention to you here, and it's might be for some of you guys, you've had a good time with this individual and you're kind of like, well, what's going on with this person here? This person's, you're struggling to intuit a situation here, and the best case scenario for some of you Aquarians is going to be, well, you know, confusion because of possibly with the Ace of Swords, trying to find that mental clarity. You'll experience just sort of sitting on the fence with this Hanged Man here, and that's because of the Two of Wands. Alright, things are just at the start of a situation here, but it's also trying to find a clear present path to follow. What he experienced, I think this is anxiety because of the Star. I think you got a lot of hopes for something, and I think that when you have hopes for a situation and something might not be going right, or somebody that you like might not be contacting you or whatever it is, I think it does happen that this takes place, that you do feel that anxiety until you've got the clarity around the situation with the Star. If somebody's not contacting you, Aquarius, your hopes will be that there'll be an unexpected message coming through. What's the outcome for the month? What is the outcome for Aquarius for the month of July 2017? Eight of Pentacles. Why is that? Because of the Five of... I think you'll concentrate on work, or concentrate on the most tangible things because of the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles means that some of you guys might be feeling shut out by a situation with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles can also mean that you have a very strong relationship with someone, a very supportive relationship. Alright, it's a difficult card. Again, it's multifaceted. It can mean that you support. Sometimes it doesn't mean that a supportive relationship. But also it can mean... We'll get another card out of that as well. Two Taurus energies, that's interesting, two fives. Whatever this is, I feel that this is, because we've got the Hierophant, which is often an organisational card, so it represents an organisation that takes care of people. And if you looked at these two people here, they look like they're walking to the soup house or to the church. Can you see? They're coming out of one church and they're going into another. So one haven, and they're walking towards some form of help or commitment or some form of organisation. So it's almost like you're preparing to do something here. You're preparing to be with someone, or you know, move forward in a relationship. I don't read this as you guys being out in the cold, because I think that there's two people here. Can you see where they're heading? They're heading towards Hierophant. They're heading towards a safe haven, somewhere that they can receive some form of advice or help or something like that. I think that you're working on something here with someone in the outcome with these 3 cards. Because I was just looking at the direct, and it just seems funny how we get this person walking out of one place and they're walking into another. It's almost like these people are out in the cold, or they're together but they're walking towards something here. So it's almost like we've got the 8 of Pentacles here, which is a card about preparation or hard work and effort. I think you guys are sustaining something here by various means with someone, or trying to, potentially. And I also see this as a resolution, because I see you're working hard on maybe something that's unstable with the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, possibly because you're committed to it with the Hierophant as well. So I think that you're working on something that's unstable with an individual here, because I think that you're committed to it with this Hierophant here. Okay, showing up in the outcome, because you're looking for a commitment probably to come soon. 9 of Wands often means soon, and I think that you're looking for a commitment to come soon. So I think that you're holding out on something here by the end of July, Aquarius. We'll go through the reading again in 2 ways. You guys, you might be torn in 2 directions. It could be because there's a really important relationship here, a relationship that you feel just really good, really at peace with, really accepted with the 6 of Cups. It seems the root issue is there's great passion and happiness here. We've got this Sun and this Queen of Wands here. There's great passion, great happiness. It's giving you a lot of confidence here. Could be with somebody who's a great communicator, for example, but you're struggling to find your intuition here. And that's why in the centre your focus is on holding back a little bit. Possibly you don't want to get hurt maybe with this 5 of Swords. Possibly you sense some form of challenges, which is why the best case scenario in July is, so far within the first few weeks, is that you guys might be limited by your ideas. Could be in terms of some form of communication, or it could be in terms of some new concept that you guys have, or maybe some new struggle that's developed within this situation here. You'll hold back a little bit before taking a leap of faith with that 2 of Wands, because what you'll experience, I feel, I mean, the Moon and the Star are good. They really are together, because they're both deep emotional cards. So I think that I would read this possibly as the deepest of emotion you guys will be experiencing in a situation coming in. Alright, and you'll be hoping that changes come fast. Changes are fast with the Wheel of Fortune is changing. Both cards are change cards. Knight of Swords shows changes coming in fast. Possibly that bring good luck with them. Wheel of Fortune. The outcome shows you guys working possibly to repair an unstable relationship here. Because I think that you're envisaging a commitment coming soon. Maybe with these cards here. 9 of Wands is often somebody that is anticipating something coming in, and it is looking towards that Hierophant. So it might be anticipating a commitment, or a more solid arrangement in terms of a relationship coming soon. Alright. I think you're preparing to mend something here. We could also read it again as me maybe being an individual that's coming to some of your lives here. Very seductive as an individual. Yes, they are too, because Cancer is the card of house and home, and this is children, something about children. I don't think it's that. I think the other way that we could look at this is a person here. And Chariot people are usually very charismatic, very confident, and they can get to you. Very seductive. This person's very nice. They kind of play up to you. They tell you sweet nothings. They tell you this, that, and the other. You seem to be having a really lovely time with this person. They've given you a lot of confidence. Things look really rosy in the garden. However, recently it might be that this person's not been focusing on you, and you're looking at the facts for what they are, or what the facts are, what you think they are with this King of Swords, because King of Swords is you, Aquarius. Might be that everything went really well with someone, and suddenly they're not paying much attention to you because they're focused outside of you, and you are the King of Swords, they are the King of Wands. So this person could be a fire sign, maybe. They're not so focusing on you. And you're like, well, what the fuck's happening here? Because you've got this 10 of Wands. Alright, and the 10 of Wands, you're struggling with your intuition on this situation. You're struggling to make some form of emotional sense of the whole situation here, which is why you draw back with the Strength card here. You're drawing back maybe from someone that you feel doesn't have your best interests at heart, potentially here. But this is the side of Aquarius. So this might be you. You're holding back here, and you're putting up your defences with that 5 of Swords. Alright. You're putting up your defences, it might be around that person, which is why the best case scenario might be that you guys see some limitations in a situation. You hold back again. 8 of Swords means to hold back because of mental thoughts until you find out what the hell's going on here with the truth with the Ace of Swords. Could be some of you guys are really you're putting something on hold a little bit before venturing forward. Because what you'll experience, it could be anxiety with the moon card, and that's because of the star. The star is about gaining clarity through yourselves. You are Aquarius after all. And it might be that you're feeling anxiety. It might be with the star card because you're feeling a sense of vulnerability as well with the star energy. Your hopes would be, especially if somebody's not been doing much contact or something, that an unexpected message will come to you. Knight of Swords is usually an unexpected messenger out of the blue. Wheel of Fortune. Alright. The outcome will be working towards, in the outcome, possibly preparing or working towards repairing this situation and a stable relationship in which you're hoping a commitment will come from a person soon, potentially. So I feel for the month of July 2017 there is a situation for some of you Aquarians where somebody is around you. There seems to be a bit of a hiccup, I think, with the situation, it would appear to me. Either somebody's not being, everything started off really well, somebody might not be contacting you and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? You kind of draw the battle lines, you draw the boundaries and you say, I'm not dealing with no fucker that's doing this. Or it could be Aquarius that, and we do have you showing up a lot here and here. And I think here you might be feeling quite vulnerable as a person. Because the star doesn't just mean hope or faith. It can do, obviously. But it also means because the woman is naked and she's pouring out the water. It means somebody who's very vulnerable and they're crying. Okay, and here you are as well. This person is turning their back to some of you guys. And you, when you get the King of Swords, remember he's a lawyer. So he'll always look at the facts that are in front of him. This person's turning their back and you're looking at the facts that are in front of you, which is why you're struggling with your intuition. Because everything seemed to be going lovely and suddenly it's like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? Why is this person doing this, this and this? Alright. But I think that in the end, it seems to me, could also be what you'll experience is your deepest hopes or dreams will be realised with the star card, because the moon card is also about having some very deep desires and the star card is a card about manifestation. So it could be that your deepest desires are manifested here. So if somebody hasn't been contacting you or there's something that's gone awry within the relationship, it might be that something is sorted out. Because remember, you've got the moon, which is the lack of clarity card. Something that one feels on a very deep emotional level, but with the star card, clarity finally comes, something is realised. So something might be, we've got moon and star, which is beautiful energy, very romantic energy. The moon is even a very romantic card, and so is the star. This is the card of manifestation. So it might be that your hopes or deepest wishes are manifested coming into July. You're hoping for changes, possibly to take place. It could be as well for the better with the Wheel of Fortune. And it just seems to me that something does start to get on an even keel again. Some of you guys might be working towards repairing a relationship here with the Five of Pentacles. Something that became a little bit wobbly maybe. Because a commitment is what you're looking towards developing here with this individual. Okay, let's get the advice card up here for you Aquarians. If we can get the cards out at all. What's going on with my cards? Okay. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Aquarius? Show me the advice. What is the advice that you have for Aquarius for the month of July 2017? What is the advice that you have for Aquarius for the month of July? Oh, that just came out. It says perfect timing. Whatever is happening in July, it's the perfect timing. It's meant to happen for you guys, okay? So don't question it, just go with the flow. This is perfect timing. This is meant to happen. Whatever it is that this is, it's meant to happen at this time. That is your reading for the month of July 2017, Aquarius. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys soon.